Welcome, yogi, to this all-over chair yoga session. In this session, we'll be stretching and moving the shoulders and neck. We'll do some balance and some leg strengthening and also some leg stretching. It can be useful if you have a couple of yoga blocks to hand, especially when we do forward folds, if your legs are tight. If you don't have yoga blocks, something similar, a small table, something like that would do the job for right now. And we'll begin sitting in our chair with relatively good posture. So you might just take a second to lean around a bit, forwards and back, from side to side. And then you sort of work your way around until you find the middle point where you feel relatively upright. And then do the same with your head, maybe a small tilt up and down of your chin. And see if you can bring your chin about parallel to the mat, to the ground. Relax your shoulders and begin to notice your breath as it moves naturally. So not changing your breath at all right now. Just notice if your breath is deep or if it's shallow. You might also notice if your breath is continuous or if it starts and stops a bit. Just observing, there's no judgment here, just settling in for your practice. And then if your breath did feel a little bit shallow, you can start to deepen it. In and out through your nose today, yogi, if you can. Full breath start to flow into the belly, into the chest, and all the way out. Do a couple more of those, please, yogi. Just expanding, you can expand forwards into the belly and the ribs. You can expand into the sides of your body and also into the back of your body. All the way into the back of your chest and out. We tried to breathe all the way through our practice, in and out through the nose. And we'll begin to move. So we'll do first off some movements with your breath. Turn your palms out by your sides. And as you inhale, circle your arms up towards the ceiling. If you can, a little lift of your chin. If your hands touch, that's okay. If they don't, that's okay. And as you exhale, float them back down to the sides. All the way down. Reach out through your fingertips. Inhale, a smooth sweep out and up. And if you get any pain in your shoulder, just avoid that particular movement that causes that. Exhale all the way down. So in our yoga practice, we don't want to cause any pain in your shoulders or your knees or anywhere else. Inhale, circle it up. So if anything doesn't feel good to you, just skip that movement for today. Exhale it down. Lovely, yogi. We'll go forwards and up now. Straight ahead, up towards the ceiling as best you can. And as you exhale, down it goes. Good. Inhale, forwards and up. Just still working into the breath. And exhale, forwards and down. One more time. Inhale, stretch it up, reach as high as you can for now. And this time now, widen your feet a little bit, wiggle them out. And as you exhale, reach your hands down, all the way down to the floor. Now this is the first point at which a block can be useful. If you can't comfortably touch the ground, you could put a block there to bring the ground up to you. And just relax down into this, softening, easing your way into it. If you want to take a little sway side to side, to just work your way into this first forward fold. Remember to keep breathing deeply. Lovely, yogi. We'll start to come up again, elbows onto the knees. Wiggle your feet back about to hip distance and take the hands back forwards and up. Stretch them high. Now this time, lean forwards and reach your hands straight back behind you like you're a ski jumper going down the slope. Little fingers squeeze up and back and squeeze your shoulder blades together. And we'll inhale and take the hands back up overhead. Now the right hand comes to your chair and the left one stretches over the top, starting to stretch into your side. As you inhale, come up a little bit. And as you exhale, reach again. So we're still on the same side. Inhale, come up a little. Exhale and reach. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, reach. Lovely, come on up. Let the right hand go forwards and up. The left hand come down to the chair, hang on, and reach over the top into your right side. Inhale, lessen the depth. Exhale and reach. Inhale, come up a little. Exhale and reach. Last time of this, inhale, reach up a little. Exhale and out to the side. Fantastic. Come up. Let the left hand go forwards and up. Nice and smooth again. Now widen your elbows to a cactus shape so you've got goalposts for arms. Pull your elbows back and lift up your chin and your chest. Just hold here for a moment, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Strengthening the upper back, helping to work into some strength for your posture. And we'll bring the forearms as close as we can now. Squeeze them together. And if they don't touch, that's fine. Squeeze them as close as they'll go. And take a deep breath into your upper back. Good. Take the arms out and straighten them out now. Nice and wide. Reach your fingertips as far away from one another as you can. And we'll start to rotate to the right. So left hand forwards, right hand back. Turning as much as you can. Hold there. Breathe. Feel like you're getting a little bit taller. And keep pulling your right shoulder blade towards your spine. And we'll bring the hands straight out to the sides again. Whole body rotation again. Yogis now to the left. Looking out to the left if you can. Again, rise up through the crown. Keep your breath steady. And pull that left shoulder blade towards your back. Lovely, yogis. Come back out to the front, to facing forwards. Bring your hands in, relax your shoulders. They might feel a little bit warm from that. You can give them a little roll around. And let's start to stretch your neck. Place your hands onto your knees, your thighs. Sitting up tall, away from the back of your chair, and tilt your head over to the right side. Take a breath in and out. Relax both of your shoulders. We'll lift the head and then take it down and right, so towards the collarbone on the right side. And take a deep breath here too, in and out. And we'll lift the head back up and over to the left. So straight ear towards your shoulder. Both shoulders are down. Take a deep breath and let it go. And lift your head up and go down and left towards the collarbone with the chin. And another full breath here. Good, lifting your head up. Just drop your chin straight down towards your chest. Feel like you're lengthening the back of your neck. And then give it a hint of a lift. So don't let your head fall back, but feel like you're elevating chin up, forehead up towards the ceiling. And then back to neutral. Good. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, put your hands onto your knees and round your back towards your chest. And your back towards your chest, your chin towards your chest. Inhale, lift up, chin and chest. Squeeze your elbows back, slide your hands up to the upper thighs. And as you exhale, slide your hands to your knees, chin towards your chest. So you're getting a round in your back on the exhale. And on the inhale, you're arching your back, lifting up chin and chest as much as you can. Feel like your ribs are floating up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, round. And as you inhale, lift up. We'll just do one more of those, yogis. Exhale and round. And inhale and lift. Good. Come to neutral. Let's work down a little bit now into the legs. Lift up your right foot and hold on to your thigh, or if you can, hold on to your shin. So sometimes that can feel a bit tight in the knee. So be careful with that. You can always switch your grip and just give your knee a good squeeze in towards your chest. And then release it forwards. And pull it in towards your torso. And release it forwards. We'll go again with that. Pull it in. And release. Try some side-to-side movement. Just explore this. See what happens for your hip. Going one side and then the other. Good. And we'll bring the knee back to center and flex and point your foot. So flex his toes up towards your shin and then a point of whole foot down towards the floor. And flex your foot. And point it down. Good. One more time. Flex and point. Good. Release your foot. Take a hold of your left leg. And again, you could hold onto your thigh or you can hold onto your shin. Both work. Take a deep breath in. And squeeze knee towards your torso. And release. And squeeze on the exhale. Keeping that full breath that you started your practice with. Inhale, release it a little bit. Exhale, pull it in. And again. And try that side to side movement. Let's see how this side feels to move around in your hip. Lovely. And come back to center. We're going to flex your foot, whole foot up towards the shin, and then a point, toes down towards the floor. And again, flex. And point. Holding onto that thigh nice and tight, or shin nice and tight, flex. And point. Give it a good little squeeze, breathe in. And exhale, release. Good job, yogis. Take your hands forwards and up. Big breath in now. Open up. Wide arms. Lift up the chest. And wiggle your feet out again as we come back into our forward fold. Hands down like we did earlier to the block or the floor. Sink your way down there. Good. And start to climb your way back up. Walk your feet back into about hips width. Roll your shoulders back 2 or 3 times. Lovely. So hopefully everything's feeling a little bit warmed up. We'll start a stand and sit little flow, mini flow. So make sure there's nothing around you that could cause you to trip or fall. You might have your blocks nearby for your forward folders also. So I'm going to put mine in front of me here to demonstrate. If you only have one, that's fine. Okay, so sit up tall. Take a deep breath in. Hold it for a moment at the top and sigh out. Let's go, yogis. Take your hands forwards and up. Breathe in, lift the thumbs up and back. Come back into that ski jumper you were in earlier. So you lean forwards and squeeze your little fingers up and back towards the ceiling. Inhale, take your hands back up towards the sky. And this time as you lean forwards, put your hands onto your blocks and lift up your hips into a forward fold. So you'll bow down over the thighs. We'll take a few breaths here for a start. And this is where your blocks or a table or something is very useful so that you can support yourself in a fold. And remember to hinge forwards from the pelvis. Keep your back nice and neutral, not rounded. And it doesn't matter how low you can reach. If you're feeling some stretch in your hamstrings and calves, that's fine. Now bend your right knee, please, yogis. Just your right knee. Keep the left leg straight. And breathe. And switch out. Left knee bends, right leg goes straight. And both legs re-straighten. Firm into your feet. Lift your hands up to your thighs. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. So you've got strong legs, strong core muscles, strong shoulders. And touch the blocks or the table, whatever you're using, lightly. Put all the weight into your legs. Bend your knees. Start to stand up. Stretch your hands up towards the ceiling. We're going to step your right foot off to the right side so you've got a wider base, and reach the left arm over the top into a full left side body stretch. Good, come back up, slide that right foot back in, take your right hand back up to the ceiling, put your left hand down, step your left foot off to the side a bit, nice wide stance, reach up with your right hand and over the top. Take a breath. Good. And bring the hand up, step that left foot back in, both hands go overhead, and they come down to your heart. Now check that your chair is exactly where you think it should be if you were to sit down. You want your knees nice and close to it. You're going to do some leg strength here. Hands straight forwards with your palms down. Now go to about 25% of a sit, so a quarter of a way down, and hold for 5, 4, breathe, 3, 2, and 1. Push through the feet, come on up to standing. Take a deep breath. We're going to do that again, yogi, but we'll go halfway down now. So when you're ready to, hands forwards. Bend your knees to about halfway down to your seat and see if you can hold it there. If you need to stand or sit sooner, that's fine. 5, 4, toes are light. 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze, lift up, release your arms. Take a deep breath. Okay, one more. This time, 3/4 of a way down. So hands forwards if you can. If you need to do 25 or 50%, that's totally fine. Start to sit your way down about 3/4 of a way and hold 5. I know this is difficult, but you can do it. 4. Remember your breath. 3. Really strong legs, yogis. 2. 1. Can you stand up? Push through the legs. Well done. Stretch your hands up. And hands to prayer. Now a nice smooth sit down. Make sure your chair is there. Smooth and steady. Lower, lower, lower. And land as smoothly and lightly as you can. Try to resist the urge to bump at the bottom. So a smooth, light landing. We made it. Turn around to your right side, please. So you'll get your right thigh onto the chair and stretch your left one back if you can. So plenty of right thigh on there. Right heel is directly under your knee. And then lift up your chest, pressing back through the left heel. Now if you can, you could engage the left glutes, the left side of your bum. This will stretch through the hip flexors, quad and psoas on the left side, sorry. You could add your left arm overhead, giving it that little bit extra stretch. And we'll release the hand down. Now turn towards your chair. Both hands can hold onto the back and start to rotate to the right. Look as far right as you can, stretch into your neck. And unwind yourself, please, yogi. A smooth swoosh around to the other side. If you keep your feet wide, it gets you almost there. Your left foot is under your knee. Make sure you've got lots of leg on the chair. Your right leg stretches back. Make sure you feel safe here. You're holding onto the chair with your left hand. You're upright with your chest. Squeeze the right side of your bum. And if you'd like to, you could add the right hand up overhead. So lunge A stretch through the whole right side of the body. Release your hand down and turn towards the chair, to the left, looking as far left as you can. So not only the rotation of the spine, but the stretch in your neck. Lovely, and carefully unravel yourself. And we're going to keep the feet quite wide, toes turned out. If you sit really far back on your chair, it's a little difficult, so maybe shimmy forwards some and fold forwards into a wide-legged fold here. So this will feel perhaps more of a stretch in the hips than when the knees are closer together, but whatever you feel is good. Of course, no pain, but stretch is fine. And just start to walk yourself back up, all the way up to seated. Swish the feet into center. Lift your right ankle up onto your left knee if you can. Now this is tricky for some. We could cross at the knee over knee or even ankle over ankle if that's better for you. So be careful of your knees. Sit up really tall. As you exhale, lean forwards. Lead with the chest, so no round in your back. And this might feel a stretch in the right outer hip, right glute. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lean forwards. Inhale, sit up. Exhale and lean forwards. And another deep breath. And we'll sit up, undo the right ankle and put your left foot on top. And like I said, across at the knee or across at the ankle is also good if that works better for your hips and your knees. And we sit up tall, lift up the chin, lift up the chest and lean forwards with that length in your back. And as you inhale, you lessen the stretch, lifting up. As you exhale, you lean forwards. The hands rest lightly wherever they want to. Inhale up. Exhale, lean forwards and hold. Taking another breath or two here. Those deep breaths that you started your practice with. Good. Sit up, uncross. You can give your knees a shimmy, side to side. And then we'll let the hands rest onto the thighs. Before we do more stand and sits, another neck stretch. Tilt your head over to the right again. And this time, feel free to explore wherever you need to go. So sometimes it helps to lift the chin a bit. Some days it feels good to lower it. Sometimes it just feels nice to go between the two. And lift your head up, and before we go to the other side, look as far right as you can. And then we'll bring the head to center, tilt to the left. And you can move around on this side too. Try lifting, try lowering. If there's any way you'd need to hang out for a moment to work into, that's okay. Come up and look over your left side as far as you can. Back to center. Give your chin a slight drop towards your chest. And a lift up. And neutral. Okay, yogis, you're on your chair, plenty of your bum on your chair again. Take your hands forwards and up. Breathe in, reach up, up, up with the hands. Lean forward, ski jump your arms. Inhale, come up. Big reach to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the blocks. Stand up into a forward fold. You can change the height of these. If you have more of a fold, you could be on a lower height, or some of you will touch the floor comfortably. Take a couple of breaths, tilting from the pelvis. Take any round out of your back. Keep your back nice and long. Bend only your right knee, stretch into the outer left leg. So that right hip will drop lower than the left in this. And target the connection between knee and hip. And straighten out your right leg. Bend your left knee, please. Keeping your breath steady. Come back into straight. Weight is in the feet, hands lift up to thighs, draw the shoulder blades towards one another on your back and lift the navel up. Exhale, touch the blocks lightly, or whatever you've got there, bend your knees. Stand up, push through the feet, stretch your hands up to the ceiling. And bring them down. Okay, side stretch, take them up. Right hand down, right foot steps off the side of your mat. Left arm over the top, as far as you can reach. Keeping your balance. Come up, step in, right hand up. Left hand down, left foot off the side. Reach up and over. Side body stretch. And come up, step in. Both hands go up. Reach to the ceiling. And hands to your heart. Important to make sure your chair is where you want it to be. If you need to sit down as we strengthen the legs, the hands are going to go straight forwards. You're ready, yogi. 25% of the way down. Hold at that point. You pull the navel up and in. You've got strong quads. You've got light toes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up. Release your arms. And breathe. Circle your shoulders. You can do that same height the next 2 rounds, or you can go progressively deeper. Make sure your chair's there. We're good. Hands forwards, breathe in. Halfway down. There or thereabouts is good. Strong core, strong legs. 5, 4, spread out your fingers. 3, stretch your hands even while you're here. 2, and 1, push your feet down, stand up. Relax your shoulders. Okay, last one, yogi. Hands forwards. Breathe in. 75% of the way down, if you can. Holding there for 5. 4, I know this is difficult, but you've got it. 3, 2, 1, push, stand up. Well done. Deep breath in. And out. So as you sit down, do your best to be as smooth and land as lightly as you can. So start to sit, hands can be at prayer, or you can hold on to the chair. Coming down, smooth and steady, smooth and steady. Extra light as a feather landing. All the way. Good. Turn to your right, please. Spin around that way, right foot off the side of the chair, left leg back. Coming back into this lunge again. Once you've got your left leg positioned, pick up the chest, look straight out in front of you there, and if you want to, lift your left hand up again. Elevate that shoulder blade so you really lift the fingertips up to the ceiling. And release your left hand down if you took it up. Hold on to the chair and start to rotate to your right. And look as far right as you can. And we'll unwind ourselves and swoosh to the other side. Bring that left heel under your knee. Slide your right foot back. Hold on to the chair. Make sure you feel safe. Look straight ahead. Feel like you've got great posture in your shoulders and your upper back. Add the right hand up to the ceiling if you want to. Still holding onto the chair with your left. Then we'll bring the hand down. Hold on to the back of a chair. Start to rotate as far left as you can, looking all the way back. And we'll start to rotate back to the front. Turn forwards, keep your feet quite wide. Toes turned out so your feet face the same way your knees point, and ease your way down into your forward fold. Soften down. Lovely. Climb your way back up your knees, wiggle your feet back in. Right ankle on left knee, or like we said before, you can cross ankle over ankle, right knee over left, or slide it up there. Getting taller as you breathe in, hinging forwards when you breathe out. And breathing in, lifting, and out, leaning. One more time, yogi. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lean. Holding there. 2 breaths in this stretch. And we'll sit up, uncross your legs, and cross left over right. So it could be ankle over ankle, knee over knee, or ankle on top of knee. Chest picks up as you breathe in. Hinge forwards as you exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lean. One more time with movement. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, lean. And hold for those 2 extra breaths here. Fantastic. Rise up. Undo the legs. You can give them a little movement side to side. And let your hands rest onto your knees. Tilt your head over to the right. And work into any particular stretch here. It could be chin high or low, or moving around. Whatever feels good. Keep the left shoulder gently descending. And lift your head to neutral and look over your right shoulder again. And turn your head forwards and tilt over to the left. The right shoulder stays down. And while you stretch, you're breathing nice and deep. Come on up. Look as far over your left side as you can. Turn your head forwards. Good. Shimmy back on your chair. Get your feet right underneath you. Hands to prayer. Deep breath in. Push through your feet. Stand up nice and strong. Good. Let's bring the chair to your side, please, Yogi. So move your blocks out of the way so you can't fall over them. And put your chair to your right side so that the chair back is within reach of your hand. Okay. So right hand on the chair. Check your posture for a start. If you feel like you could perhaps stand taller, roll the shoulders back a couple of times, looking straight ahead of you. Relax your jaw. We're going to lift up to our tiptoes. So right hand stays on the chair. It might be that you have to come up to your fingertips on the top. Lift your heels up really high. Squeeze the calf muscles strong. And then soften down. Lift your left knee straight forwards and up towards your torso, as high as you can. And pop it down. Then again, rise up to your tiptoes. Squeeze the calf muscles. Heels are high. Stretch for the feet and strengthen the feet, the ankles, the calves. Slow descent down. Control it if you can. And the left knee comes up towards the torso, as high as you can. Engaging here the front of the leg, the muscles responsible for picking your feet up when you walk. And pop it down. One more time. Tiptoes rise high, squeeze into the calves. A little bit of balance here. And down. The chair is definitely helpful. Lift the left knee up. And we're going to step the left foot back behind us. So your right foot is straight ahead, left foot turned out to the side. So you've got warrior one footing. The left foot points to about 1 on a clock. Turn your chest forwards and stretch your left arm up overhead. If the arm up is not feeling good today, if your arm's starting to get tired, you could go for heart. You could even try both hands here. So hands, heart or overhead. If you feel safe enough to do so, if your balance is there, set your eyes on one spot, keep them open, and you could try stretching the other hand up. Don't forget, you can always reach for the chair or step out, and keeping your eyes open is a really important part of your balance here. Bring your hand down and your other hand down to your hip. And we're going to step your left foot directly behind your right. So your heels and your toes, or your heel and your toes, line up. Look straight ahead of you, roll the shoulders down, and try to do some balance here. So squeeze the legs towards one another. Use both feet, so they're both equally heavy. And maybe you would like I'm doing, to keep a finger on the chair. Maybe you feel like a tightrope walker, you could let go. Remember to step out, avoid falling by stepping carefully out if you start to lose your balance. Keep your eyes open. Well done, hold on to the chair. Put all the weight back into your right foot and lift your left foot straight out to the side. Lift it up and keep your torso upright. Tendency is going to be to lean to the right. You're going to actively lean to the left. And then like a curtsy, soften the right knee and step the left foot behind you. Tap the ground. With those left toes, they're off at an angle there. And lift back up, out to the side. Turn your toes almost down towards the floor, so you're really strengthening your outer hip. And then curtsy again. Bring it down. Your left hand can be wherever, perhaps on your hip is a good place to rest it. One more time. Take it up and out to the side. Strong lift. Lean your torso a bit to the left. And curtsy out to the side. Good. And step back up. Both feet together. Change your chair to the other side or turn around. So your chair is then under your left hand. Align your posture. Feel tall, relaxed in your face. Eyes open. Tiptoes come on up. High onto the toes. Heels slowly lower down. And lift your right knee up in front of you, as high as you can. And pop the toes down, a foot down, and lift up again, tiptoes. And softly down. And the right knee comes up. Pop it down one more time with this. Tiptoes rise high, engage the lower legs, squeeze them tight, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core, crown goes higher. And down we go, slowly, heels down, right knee comes up, squeeze it high. Lots of engagements here, yogi. You're doing great. Now step that right foot back and land in a warrior one footing. So right toes point to 1 on a clock. The left toes go straight forwards to 12. Left knee is bent. Right leg relatively straight. Bit of weight into that right leg. Pick up the chest and you could have your hands at prayer. You could slide that right hand straight up. And like I said on the other side, welcome to keep a hold of a chair here for your balance and stay nice and safe. If it feels safe for you to do so, you could perhaps let go. Coming into your warrior one. Remember your breath into the belly. Slowly out, building some strength in the legs here, stability. Good, bring the hands down. Left hand holds the chair. Your right foot is going to step directly behind your left. So it's like you're on a tightrope. You might look down to get them there, but once you do, pick the chest back up and look straight out in front of you. Keep your eyes open, squeeze the legs towards one another, and work your balance here. Maybe you'd like to hang on to the chair. You could have a strong grip. You might have just one fingertip, even a little finger might do the job. You might feel like you could let go. Be sure to step out safely if you start to wobble. Eyes open. Breath full. And we'll hold onto the chair. Put your right hand on your right hip. Walk in or put weight into your left foot. Right foot straight out to the side. Lifting up through the heel and keep your torso as upright as you can. Curtsy it across. Right foot to the left side. Bend your left knee as you step and tap the toes back. And we lift that right foot up and out. Hike up through the heel. And step it across. And one more time. Stretch it up and out. And across. Well done. Stepping out of this. Relax your shoulders. And we'll put the chair in front of you. I'll turn to the side here so you can see. Chair top in front of you. So you can hold on to the top of it and walk your feet back into a downward facing dog. So I like to have my hands quite wide on the chair, room for the shoulders, and dropping the chest down slowly over time, tilting the tailbone up. So you're stretching the torso long and the legs. Deep breaths, yogi. Just one more here. And then carefully walk your way back up towards the chair. Coming upright, roll the shoulders back. Doing good, yogi. Come on back to your seat, please. We'll stretch out the hamstrings after some of that strengthening work. So you can use your block again in this. If you don't have a block, that's no problem at all. You're going to place your block out in front of your right hip and knee so it's in a line, and put your foot up on top of it so the leg is straight. You might have to shuffle forwards a bit so that you've got room. So you might have to shimmy forward, should I say, so you've got room to fold. If you're sat too far back, it hinders the fold in the leg a little bit. So right foot on your block, hands onto your left knee. Pick up the chest, so you maintain the length in the spine as we often do in the folds. Start to lean forwards. Keep your right foot quite flexed, so toes towards your shin. We'll take several breaths here, easing away into the hamstring. Lovely. And come back up. Slide your right foot off a block and a simple switch to your other side. Block in front of your left foot. Heel up onto it. Like say, if you don't have a block, the heel on the floor is fine also. Then it works just the same. Flex your foot. This just feels a little more intense when the foot is elevated. Pick up the chest when you breathe in. Start to hinge forwards. Keep your back really long. When you feel sensation, that's far enough. Reconnect to that lovely long breath you started with. Come up, undo the foot from the block and move your block. Now if you have a block, it's useful. If you don't have a block, you could try a book or something similar, and you can have it on I'm going to pop mine on a middle height and see how that feels. You could go low, middle or high, and place your right foot directly onto it. So the right knee is then lifted higher than the left. Breathe in and lean into this knee. And so you can clasp your hands around the front of a knee. If you don't have anything to put your foot on, you could squeeze the knee in towards your torso. That would do the same thing. Just creating compression. But when you've got your foot resting on something, you can relax a bit more. Just let gravity do the work. Sit up, slide your right foot off of the support, place it under your left. Breathe in. And when you're ready to lean forwards, you rest your hands around the front of a knee lightly. Relax. Just let gravity help you create this squeeze of thigh towards abdomen. Notice where having this close connection makes you breathe into. If you try and breathe into your belly, your thigh might be in the way. You might need your breath to move into your side more, or into your back, or into the shoulders more. Come up, yogi. You can move your block off to the side and cross your right leg over your left, either at the ankle or at the knee. Sitting tall. Use your left hand onto the right knee, hold onto the chair behind you and rotate into a twist. Just slowing down in these stretches. If you have a lot of neck tightness, you could be slowly looking side to side. And unwind yourself. Unravel the legs and mirror that on the other side. So you could cross at the ankle, you can cross at your knee. Right hand comes to the knee, left hand goes to the chair behind you. Start to rotate. And then again, you can be looking back, or if it feels good to your neck to look slowly side to side, you can do that. Turn forwards. Undo your legs. Widen your feet. Lean forwards. Last forward fold of this session. Utilize a block or book if you need help to bring the ground up to you. Ease your way back up, yogi. If you're comfortable lying on the ground, or you have a sofa nearby or a bed nearby that you can lie down onto, you could do that instead of sitting. Alternatively, just shimmy your way back onto your chair, lean back onto the back of it, let your hands rest on your thighs, palms face up, relax your hands. And soften the shoulders and close your eyes. Find a relaxing posture. You can let go of any control of your breath. Relax your feet. The ankles and the calves. Let go of any tension from your knees or your thighs. From the pelvis and from the belly. Relax your shoulders. All the way down your arms to your hands. And take any tension away from the jaw. Soften the eyes. Let yourself be still for a few minutes to complete your practice. If If your mind wanders, you can observe a gentle movement of your belly as you breathe. And to complete your practice, let's take 3 lovely deep breaths. So it might help to lift up away from the chair if you're leaning back onto it. And breathe into your belly, into your ribs, up into the chest, and slowly out from the chest, from the ribs, from your belly, all the way out. And again, when you're ready, take your time. If you need longer than my breath, that's fine. Deep into the belly and expand into front, back, sides, into the ribs. They all inflate out, all the way up into the sternum, the chest, and slowly out. Top, chest, down into the ribs, all the way into the belly. Gentle tug in, navel to spine. And one more time, please. All the way to full. All the way out. And if you're lying down, if you'd like to make your way up to sitting. If you're sitting, you can shimmy forwards on your chair again, not leaning back on it anymore, starting to wake up. Perhaps you rub the thighs or the hands or the shoulders, starting to reawaken fully for the rest of your day. We'll take a deep breath in, circle the arms out and up. And as you exhale, bring them to a prayer. Take a moment with hands in prayer position to thank yourself for coming to your mat today. And together, let's take another lovely big breath in. And let it go. Thank you for your practice, Yogi. Namaste.